I'm back, Skipper. Today I have 3 must-add players for your fantasy baseball teams in Week 11. Today's video, once again, brought to you by So Rare. Stay tuned to find out about the private contest where you can win MLB TV. Do not forget to subscribe and join the Discord. Now let's get into these 3 players. First player this week, AJ Smith-Shawver of the Braves, 38% rostered. We can look at his career in the minors. He went 5-6, a 4.17 ERA, 110 innings pitched, 164 strikeouts, and a whip of 1.25. AJ Smith-Shawver has been pitching for less than 3 years, and after a scoreless first relief outing, the Atlanta Braves ended up sending Mike Soroka down and are slotting Smith-Shawver in for start against the Nats either Friday or Saturday, in which is obviously a very favorable matchup. Smith-Shawver struck out 3 batters over 2 1/3 hitless innings of relief in his MLB debut Sunday against the D-backs. This year in the minors, he had a 1.09 ERA, 45 strikeouts, 12 walks, over 33 innings pitched. What makes Smith-Shawver a must-add is the incredible unknowns that come with him. He's still so new to pitching that you don't know whether it's going to stick with him, but maybe his stuff is so good that we are underestimating him. There just isn't enough data for us to tell either way. What we do know is that the Atlanta Braves are really good when it comes to prospect call-ups, and if they are giving this 20-year-old a chance, that should be good enough for you to want to roster him in fantasy. In his one appearance, he had just 2 swinging strikes on 39 pitches, but has limited hard contact across any level that he has pitched at. He has great stuff running his fastball 95 plus with a slider and a curveball. His spin rates don't jump off the page to me, and who knows how the first start will go, but I cannot wait to find out. I will be adding AJ Smith-Shawver wherever I can do it. The second player this week is Andrew Abbott of the Reds, 46% rostered. In the minors, he was 14-7, a 3.45 ERA. He pitched 185 innings. He had 271 strikeouts in that time and a whip of 1.16. What a time it is to be a Cincinnati Reds fan. Every great prospect you have, besides Christian Encarnacion Strand, has been called up in the last couple of weeks, and this team just beat up on the Dodgers, and you have some of your major league pieces on the verge of coming back and being healthy. Andrew Abbott is one of those prospects that Reds fans and fans across baseball should be super excited about. Although he doesn't have the stuff that jumps off the page at you, Abbott had incredible strikeout numbers in the minors this season. The Virginia Cavalier got a layup matchup against the worst team in baseball against left-handed pitching in the Milwaukee Brewers, and he didn't disappoint. In his 6 innings, the left-hander only gave up 1 hit, punched out 6, still ended up walking 4. I don't think his walk numbers are crazy off the page in the minors, so maybe it was just a first jitters type of thing for Andrew Abbott. I don't see walks being that big of a problem. Abbott only got 10 swings and misses on 105 pitches, and is someone who relies on deception to strike batters out. Again, I was reading Scott White, best to read, mentions that way of pitching doesn't always translate to the major league level against what are the best hitters in the world, but should that ability to miss bats show up in his next start, it'll be much too late for you to pick up an arm who can be fantasy relevant for the rest of the season. Although his fastball velo and spin don't rank super high, his curveball and slider spin rates are both over the 90th percentile after that one start. Great American Ballpark obviously isn't the most ideal park to pitch in. Actually, it is the worst, but there is a path to fantasy relevance for the rest of the season with Andrew Abbott. And, you saw guys like Luis Castillo be fantasy relevant while they're there, although I don't think he's the same arm talent. Andrew Abbott can find the ability to miss bats, can strike people out, and limit some hard contact, maybe not get him killed whenever he pitches at Great American Ballpark. But I'm taking the chance. Andrew Abbott is who I am adding. We are back on So Rare MLB, the best way to play a nice little alternative with fantasy baseball for free. Now we are going to go into the private contest. We have created one. I'll have the link in the bio. I'll have the link in the comments as well. You're going to get to play against me for a game week. It's going to run from the Mondays to the Thursdays. The link will be there ready for you guys to enter into the contest. And the winner of this contest will get a free subscription for the rest of the year for MLB TV. Who doesn't like MLB TV? Being able to watch all of the games. You take your cards, you'll play for a single game week, and whoever wins a free subscription to MLB TV. Don't think there's a better way to play for free. Take your players, put them up against me. You'll see how I do. My private contest. Play against me on So Rare MLB, and we'll see how you guys stack up. And third, we go to Mitch Garver, catcher, DH, Texas Rangers. He is 15% rostered so far this season. .306 average, 3 home runs, 9 runs batted in, a .390 OBP, and an OPS just over 1,000. The way the Texas Rangers have used Mitch Garver since he returned from a knee sprain can't go unnoticed. Although his toughest battles the most recent seasons have been with staying healthy, Garver has come back and regained catcher eligibility and gone 6 for 16 over that time with a home run and over an 1,100 OPS. In his 11 games this season that he's been in the lineup, 6 of those have been at DH and 5 of those have been at the catcher position. In 2 of his last 4 seasons, Garver has had an OPS over 870, but has been 6 seasons since he has last played over 100 games. This Texas lineup is absolutely legit, and getting a piece of that could end up hitting in the middle at only 50% rostered is a risk you need to be willing to take, especially at a thin catcher position. Mitch Garver has been so injury prone that the last year he had a full Baseball Savant page was 2019. Scott White again summed up perfectly as to why Mitch Garver could be a piece in all fantasy formats. He wrote, "He's doing what he needs to do to stay in the lineup, hitting a 113-mile-an-hour double Tuesday to make him 6 for 16, which is 375 with a home run and 2 doubles since returning. Catchers who can hit are few and far between, so Garver immediately becomes a player of interest in 2 catcher leagues. And once you look up and down the Rangers lineup, the run and RBI totals are insane. If Garver continues to get everyday at-bats, he could factor in an even 1 catcher league. So again, if he is going to hit this many extra base hits, it's not going to sustain at this rate. It is a crazy amount even for him. I think it's an absolute no-brainer that you take a chance on him, especially if you're thin at the catcher position. And that's who I'm adding for this week in fantasy baseball. Let me know what you guys think of the players. Who are you adding at this point? Again, if you're watching this and Ellie De La Cruz is available in your league, that's the #1 priority ad of the week. But 75% rostered, obviously not going to make the threshold of under 50% in this video. Thank you so rare for sponsoring the video. Don't forget to subscribe, join the Cord, and I will see you guys next week.